Good afternoon on Nothing Cook. We're going to try to bake a pie today. And I have here, we're going to make the crust, 3 cups of flour. And check this sifter out. This bad boy here is a sifter. You can do up to 6 cups in this thing. And look at how fast it is. This is really knock off a lot of time. And we're going to, in here, we'll go with 6 cups, or excuse me, 3 cups. We're only making 1 pie. And a teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, and then I use the sticks. Let me show you how fast this is. Okay, let me get to the next step. And okay, you can use, I use these sticks, the Crisco sticks, the buttered Crisco stick. You can either use a stick of regular without, or you can use 2 tablespoons of butter and the rest Crisco to equal 1 cup. Mix in here. I do this, I kind of like to, it's real quick. And you can do it this way, or you can also cut them to make them even smaller and put them in, and then we're gonna mix it in the mix master with about 6 to 7 tablespoons of ice water. Add it individually and one at a time, and until it turns into a dough. And we'll show you that after I put this out. Okay, we have it in the bowl. And see the pieces of butter? We're going to start it. I do this on slow. Got to plug it in first. How about me? I'll be alright. Okay, now we're ready to go. And I'll do this until it starts beating up into little beads. Before I add the water. And it's quick. And with this big sifter, I can knock off like a couple of pie shells in no time, less than an hour with cleanup. I like to do this on slow. I really don't know if it's the right way or not, but it's the way I do it. And this is the easy part. And it's always a guess with me. But you see, once it starts beating up into little beads, sort of like little peas, you start adding the water. Tablespoon at a time, ice water. So it's just water with ice cubes in it that I had in the refrigerator. And it goes quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there we have our dough. See, it's all clinking up. Let's turn this into a little ball. I'll stop it. And okay, I separated into two balls, flattened them out. And I put them in a saran wrap here. I'm going to put them in the refrigerator, a minimum of about 20 minutes. These are going to stay in overnight. I'm going to probably make the pie tomorrow. If I make it tonight, well then it'll be... And now that the pie crust was in the refrigerator, and we're going to take it out, we're going to roll it. Before we roll it, we're going to do the filling. Now, one thing I've learned about filling, blueberry pie, but it doesn't matter. Blueberry, peach pie, apple pie. They're always like these recipes. 2 cups, 3 cups or 4 cups of blueberries, like 4 or 6 peaches, 4 big apples, 6 apples. Man, you can't make a pie with that. You need a bag of blueberries. So, with that said, even apples, I end up using like 6 or 8 apples for an apple pie. So when I get the recipe, I have to, and I got a little ahead of myself. I put it in here. Like if it calls for 3/4 of a cup of sugar, I'll go with the 3/4 of a cup of sugar. I won't add on that. Now, what I use, because of my age, I've been using brown sugar. Now you have light brown sugar and dark brown sugar. Now I've noticed, and I said this before, when you buy, like this one here says pure cane, but if you look at it, it says ingredients: sugar, cane, molasses. So for this pie, I've been using dark brown sugar by Domino, and the ingredients is brown sugar. But I also think in Domino, light brown sugar is also brown sugar. I'm not sure because I don't have it in front of me. Okay, now I went with 3/4 of a cup with that, and then I used 4 tablespoons of cornstarch and about a tablespoon and a half right in there of brown or cinnamon. And I'm gonna heat this up now because you see the brown sugar gets kind of it's hard. You got to break it up. Now I'm gonna put this in there, and probably 2 cups of water. I'll put 2 cups of water in there, and then we're going to make the whatever it is, whatever it's called. I don't even know what it's called. That's why I'm mumbling here. Then we're gonna take it off the heat once it thickens, and then we will let it cool. And in the meantime, I'll roll out the dough, put it in the pie dish. When I'm done with that, this should be cool enough where I'll add the berries. And you see the big bag of berries. That's more than 4 cups, trust me. And I'm not measuring it out. I just know that it fits it. I have 2 pie dishes. It's only going to be one, which one are there. But I think in the end result, the glass is a little bit bigger than the Pyrex one or this one. They're probably both the same, but they're going to be delicious. And once I get done with this, a little bit ahead of myself here, real quick. You see how this is thickened? Okay, we're going to take this off the heat now. You know, this is real fast. Takes no time at all. What I kind of messed up here, and it's not really a mess up. What I like to do when I do this, but it's late, and it's Mother's Day weekend. Anyways, a lot of times I'll take a few of the berries and mash the berries up and put them in here and have them like make the glaze. That's it, glaze. That's the word I'm looking for. Now let's get it off the heat. And ouch, let it cool. Remember I told you those things get hot. Let this cool, and then when it cools, we will add the berries to it. And being that it's dark brown sugar, it's going to be dark brown. Okay, this is the pie crust. If you can see, there's like little specks of, well, these will be yellow. If you were using white regular Crisco, they would be white. That means they did what they were supposed to do when they were in the refrigerator. I want to apologize. A lot of times when I'm doing these, I get in the way of the video, and it's tough when you don't know what you're doing. But here I have the one piece, got a little flour, put it there. And what I'd like to do is start at the middle and kind of roll out, turn it, roll it this way, roll it this way. If it breaks, which it probably will, it doesn't always break. Sometimes you get that perfect dough. And just keep rolling. I kind of one way. Sometimes you'll see me do this and come back, but when I come back light. I kind of try just to push one way. And we'll just keep doing it this way until it gets to big enough to fit in the pie dish. Okay, no need in boring you with this. I forgot that I was recording here. I threw the berries in. I mean, you could see how much there is here. In fact, this is probably going to be too many berries. But I figured I was going to have a few left over. And a friend of mine told me about making a syrup with this off the heat. So I could probably, the leftovers, these are going to be sweet enough because these here, I picked my own berries, obviously. How else would you have this many? Just run what's left over through the blender because there's enough of sugar in here now to sweeten anything up. But you just put them in the pot, turn them like this, and then we'll put them in the pie dish and vent this because there's going to be a lot of water. You want some of the water to evaporate. You still want a wet pie. You don't want a dry pie. But look at the size of these berries. Okay, see that? Just a little sugar. That's it. Now, a lot of recipes will say 425 for 20 minutes and then 350 for another 20 to 25 minutes. That's what I do. I like to nail it high and then lower it, especially with the blueberry. But there's not no three or four cups in there. There's a lot of blueberries. So I, excuse me, I go 30 minutes at 425, and then I'll lower it down to 350 for another 20 minutes. I'll look at it and see if I like the way the top looks. If it's got that nice golden color, it's good. And then if it's not, I'll go 5 minutes each time after that. I'll keep it a close eye on it.